Welcome to the Mercy Ships Typo 3 training series. In this next video, we will have a look at how you can change content elements in Typo 3. For that purpose, we click on Page, then I can choose the page where I would like to change something. I go to Serve in the Field, for instance. In that window, I see 3 columns. Write content, that's a plugin. That's the news plugin. You don't really need to change that. In the middle column is the main image, the big image, and in the left column there are the different content elements. Let's quickly have a look at the website, at this page, this particular page, how it looks like on the front end. Okay, I see my main image and I see those different content elements. I chose to split the content into different elements. That makes it easier for me to for instance, cut an element, move it to a different page, or hide an element or delete an element without having to delete the whole text on that page. Now, if I'd like to change one of those elements, I click on the edit icon, which is some sort of pen, and I'm presented with a full form, and I do have 3 tabs in that form. The first tab is the General tab. That's where I define what kind of content element I'm working with. In our case, it's a text element only. I could also have a text with image, header, or an image, etc. I go to the header field, and if I would like to change the header title, I can do that. Then I can change the type of the header. Normal and layout are the biggest titles. Then layout 2 and 3 are the smaller titles. You can play around with it and check how it looks like on the website. Then I go to the next tab where I have my text. Now I can start changing, adding new text as I please. I can highlight the text. I can make it bold. I can add a list by typing my elements, then selecting it, then clicking on the bullet list, and it creates a list for me. I can add links or change links. In our case, we have this Mercy Ships New Zealand email address, and since we're working on the Canada website, of course, this email address is not valid anymore. So I could, for instance, change that email address, or simply type send an email to Mercy Ships Canada. Select it, click on modify link. A new window opens, and I can change that email address to something like that. Change the title. That is very important that you add a title if you create a link. And then set link. That's how you can edit a link. Now, if I would like to add, for instance, go to the Mercy Ships International website. In that case, I would like to create a new link that takes me to the mercyships.org page. I can select the text. I click on the Insert Web Link button. Again, I'm presented with a pop-up window where I have 4 possibilities to create a link. Now I would like to create a link to an external URL. I type mercyships.org. I tell the link to open in a new window. That is very important. If you link to an external site or web page or PDF or whatever file, that you always choose new window in order for the link to open in a new window and not to replace the current web page. Then again, type in a title that describes where this link takes us. Then I can click on set link, and this new link has been created. Now I'm done with my work here. So something very important now, of course, is to save my changes. I click on, I have three possibilities to save my document. I can click save document. That saves my document and I stay inside that form. I could save document and view page. That opens a new window and shows me directly my results on the web page. In our case, it opens a new tab window where I can see my changes here. Or I can click on save and close document. That takes me back to the page overview. And I could continue to change another element.